When is software good enough? This was an idea that I got from the July 19th outage of airports, the outage of banks, the outage of hospitals. The question is, when is software good enough? And the best way to think about this is this. There's this light bulb. It's 120 years old. It's been on for 120 years. And it answers the question, when is something good enough? In the case of the light bulb, it's been on for 120 years. The thing is, though, the company that made it is defunct. So they made a product that was so good that they couldn't sell anymore, okay? There's a balance, right? There's a balance between when something's good enough, and the whole point of being able to have a company is you want to sell products so that you get better versions of it, right? And so people will buy the new versions. But if you make something that's so good, like the light bulb, you're never going to buy a new one, and you get out of business. The perfect analogy would be two extremes. Human beings would not have left the cave if we didn't figure out how to make houses. Human beings would not have left the cave if we were just content with the status quo. In other words, innovation drives humanity. The first extreme is staying in the cave, right? Or moving out of a house every week because you have a new house that you have to move to, right? Same thing with the. So you can think of anything, right? You can think of any innovation that you can think of anything that you do every day, from refrigerators, televisions, houses. They're good and they're useful for a certain amount of time, but it makes sense that they wear out, so you have to get a new one, okay? The question is, how does that relate to software that relates to infrastructure? Do we really have to upgrade our software every single time that runs airport software? That's the question I want to answer. And the answer is, actually, as I mentioned before in my book, I talk about open source hardware or open source ecology. There are certain things that it's good enough, right? Is a roof over my head good enough? Is the plumbing, bringing water, hot water, and being able to wash dishes, is that good enough? Or do I have to upgrade every single time?